Um, what we're going to do, let's move this up just a little. Okay. Move these points to kind of make them flush with the bottom of the canvas. Alright, so scale. We're going to set several keyframes and just give it about the amount of frames that you would think, like maybe right about here, that it would take for you to walk through the wall. So we'll do, doesn't take long, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let's do 7 frames. Alright, on your 7th frame you're going to scale this thing down. Okay, this is where you're at right this minute for the mask. You're going to click here and shrink it down. Okay, when you got it shrunk down, shrink it down to about, that's about as small as it gets there. Okay, now we're going to click back on our video, back it up, and see what we got. So we're at here. This is the beginning of the shrink. Okay, and then at this point you got just your back showing. So what you're going to do on the next keyframe is you're going to go in here and take the mask, click the little pointer rather than the scale, click it and move it off to the side, off of the canvas. Okay, now I can already see that the edges are a little bit too sharp, at least for me, and we may need to space out the effect because that may be a little bit too quick. Let's move these keyframes out just a little bit so that it takes longer to walk through the wall. Alright, now let's go back here to our beginning of our freehand mask. Let's change the feather to 10. We may even increase it more. Alright, now because you've made other keyframes, you're going to have to go through on each of these keyframes and keep it consistent at 10. Alright, we're good now. So now you've got a little more of a feather. Okay, you can go as much as you want. Now another thing I want to change is on the bottom here when we start to shrink things. I want to make this more of a, I want to drag this over, and kind of give more of a oval effect than a square. Maybe like that. No, I probably should have done that at the beginning. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Alright, yeah, it's not too bad. What you're getting is that your arms and legs are disappearing first, and then you've got your torso that's going through the wall. Alright, so let's go ahead and do a little test render for the purposes of timing and see how the effect goes. Alright, this is in real time what you've got, and the time is about right. You've got the walk-through wall. You don't want it to instantly happen. You want it to maybe a half a second to a second of, you know, the phasing through the wall. So that doesn't look too bad. Now you want to try to maybe increase the feather some more. That's just my preference. The more feather you got, the more of a fade on the edges of your body you're going to have. So just play around with it, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever effect you're trying to achieve. See, you know, just play with it and see what you can do. You really, basically, it comes down to knowing what your effects program can do, all the capabilities of it, coming up with the idea in your head and saying, well, can this effects program do it? So that pretty much concludes the tutorial for the ghostly walk-through wall effect. Once you're done with that, you want to render your finished clip out, load it into your editing program, and add you some sound effects, music, or whatever you're going to do. Whatever your source of sound effects, you want to have some type of a sound effect for the passing through the wall. Okay, I want to cover a few of my other effects that I've done that people have asked for tutorials for. The only way I'm going to do a tutorial is if it's something that I came up with on my own. Some of those are things that I've got from other places, other tutorials, and I may have put my own spin on it, or I may have, just done it the way the tutorial said. But the first one is the charmed orbing effect. That was done not with FX Home, but with Particle Illusion 3.0. Completely different program, but it does have a preset or an emitter, particle emitter, that pretty much replicates the orbing effect from the TV show. If you go to Creative Cow, I'm sorry, we'll do Particle Illusion resources. It's pi.shockingtales.com, and the person's tutorial that I looked at was Elvis Dean, if I say his name right, and it's right here. It's the charmed orbing tutorial, mini tutorial. There's a quick text part of it, and then there's a video that basically is the video tutorial. You click right here and download it, and you're good to go. This concludes my tutorial for today. It's my first one. If I have any other effects that I create in the same manner as these, then all you guys got to do is ask for the tutorial, and I'll try to get it out there for you. So until then, stay tuned, and good luck.